Hello, good morning. Happy love, happy Lughnashdsa to y'all. Hey, it's High Priestess Jamila. I wanted to come and give y'all a little bit of enlightenment here. And I wanted to talk to you guys about one of the aspects of Lughnashdsa and the amount of universal healing energy that is in the air and it's in the water and it's in every element on this earth, including ether. Yet you have some people that don't understand this, and what they will do is they will have certain ailments, whether or not it is mental or physical, and they will try to transfer that to you. And they have been successful. So, hello, who is this? Hey, sweet angel. Hello, how are you? Hey. So, I'm only gonna like tip the iceberg of this, but I've noticed quite a few people that sometimes they can incarnate with certain health issues or they can develop health issues for whatever spiritual reason. They can become cursed. They can, all sorts of things can happen to people. And what they do is they go out and they look for people that they can sort of send this reality to or send these sick energies to. So you have to be careful out here because the next thing, one day you can be perfectly healthy and then all of a sudden your health will start to fail. And some of y'all at a very young age, and most people, if that happens, they just kind of go along with it. They don't question it. But as a healer, as a professional healer that heals people for a living, I can tell you that most cases of people are a case of medical witchcraft, especially those of you that are having anxiety and depression. And some people will go ahead and switch life forces with you to where, they will totally take your life force and replace your life force with theirs. And then all of a sudden you're dying. Why is this important? I guess it's important if you're not ready to get up out of here. I wouldn't, I personally I love the reality that I live in, everything about my reality. So I guess if you're somebody that says, well, I guess this life wasn't worth living, even though, I mean, life is always worth living, no matter how old you are when you discover that. So you have to be careful. And a lot of people seem to be either ignorant to this or, yeah, they seem to be ignorant to this, especially when people have had certain ailments. This is one of the reasons why my aunt, and by the way, happy birthday to my aunt. I didn't even realize she was a Leo, but yesterday was her birthday. That's one of the reasons why she said, you are not ever going into the medical field. I will not let you. She told me that years ago, and I see why. Okay. Even as a healer and somebody that has the ability to heal people, I'm still very careful of the company that I keep. And the reason why is because there's some people, they don't really know how to transmute energy. They don't know how to heal their body. They refuse to listen. And then the next thing you know, it's almost like that never die alone thing. And people are out there doing medical witchcraft. They are wishing medical problems on people. I've heard them be exact with it. So Lughnashdsa is very important for that, and we're going to be feeding those spirits today. I know that I'm extremely excited. Spirits are going to feed off of that beef liver that I got down there and the flowers, and what they will do is they will give you blessings and favor. If you look up Lughnashdsa, that's what it's about. It's about health, wealth, good luck, and good spirits. So my question is, how did you feel when you woke up today? Were you stiff? Were you wheezy? Were you depressed? Were you anxious? Did you feel like, oh, I may have to call my doctor on Monday? You have to ask yourself, what the fuck is going on? Did you feel lethargic? And don't blame it on the messenger. I'm just telling you, you know? And so I've seen several people doing this. Several, like dozens. I've seen them do it. Those entities, sick spirits or spirits, that's what they are. They're spirits. If you have someone that doesn't know how to banish spirits, or they don't believe in that, they, oh, I don't believe in that, I don't believe in what you're talking about. Okay, well then, don't try to spread whatever you got to me, and they don't have to be sitting in front of you. They don't have to be sitting in front of you. They can do it online. They can do it by phone if somebody calls you. And they do it all the time. Okay. Especially some of these people that, are very friendly, want to shake your hand. That's why there are a lot of spiritualists that will not shake hands with people, because sometimes when you shake hands with a person, you're transferring things to them. It's a transmission, and they'll be in a hurry to shake your hand, and and you'll be feeling fine, and next thing they may be feeling kind of sick, and they'll shake your hand, and then the next thing you feeling sick and they feeling good. You can actually transfer your people can steal your soul by shaking your hand. Did y'all know that? People can steal your life force by shaking your hand. So be very careful out there, okay? And mind who you are friends with. Keep an eye on who you are cool with, because it's a difference between, okay, we all sometimes got issues. I know that sometimes I have issues with allergies. I was having some issues with my stomach, but I started taking probiotics and have been feeling great. Been cleaning up and doing laundry, and people will try to transfer that stuff to you or switch places with you. That's what that movie Skeleton Key was about. And you have to be careful. Somebody like me, I'm not going to do that, because I'm a self-healer. I know how to heal myself. And then if I have any kind of healing emergency, I call to Saint Raphael, and he'll come to, Saint Raphael has given me several salves and, ointments and stuff. He's taught me how to make, mainly with olive oil. Saint Raphael mainly guides us to heal ourselves with olive oil, believe it or not. You know, it's disgusting, it's horrible, but you just have to understand that your ignorance can mess with your longevity, health, and happiness. Because if you're not feeling good, then and you got to be careful, you know. Speaking of my aunt, she has health problems, but every time I speak to her, she gives me this tremendous healing energy every single time. So as I know she loves me, but other people, they don't really love you. They will tell you that they love you just so that they can transfer their shit to you. Yes, thought of calling doctor tomorrow. I actually had a lot of trouble sleeping with back pain, wake up, and your hands are numb. Mm. So that means that you're having a circulation problem. So you probably need to where's that herb at that I have? It's not angelica root, it's this other one. I know that I just got out of the bathtub and I'm also doing some work to work some medical witchcraft off of me because, and that's why I was saying, sometimes, when people have certain cancers and stuff, you have to protect yourself. That's just like if you're a nurse or a doctor, you have to protect yourself. Okay. Doctors and nurses, believe it or not, they are taught how to protect themselves. Astrologists, astragalus is what it's called. So I was using that herb along with some other ones. It's how I keep myself healthy. And some of these people will suck you dry. I'm talking about suck you dry to the point where you won't, and you just won't be feeling well. You'll be sick, you'll be in bed all the time. Uh, if you're in your 30s or 40s or either 50s or 60s, you're not supposed to be feeling like that. So people do that. It's actually very popular in the spiritual community. I don't do work like that. I heal people, and then also, using the herbs to heal people. Have you taken any spiritual baths, Lori? You got to use the herbs and the tinctures. The tinctures, they will heal you. Slept for 18 hours yesterday. And Lori, that's not good. Good morning, SC. Yeah, that's not good. You could possibly just be needing some extra rest, but that's not a good sign. In fact, sometimes insomnia is a better sign than sleeping all that time because, you know, oh, I can't really tell you that like without actually knowing everything, but I will tell you that the astragalus, it will increase. It's a vasodilator and it helps with blood flow. Okay. So you got to look at the blood flow. Okay. I feel like you got some circulation issues or something, but I'll have to see. Here's the whole thing. When I set up my apothecary, oh my God, oh my goodness, like, and I don't give a shit. I'm not going to die just because somebody wants my race or my group to die. I'll still be here. I'll be like, okay, you wanted me to die, but I didn't. Hello, how are you? How you doing? Don't shake my hand. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. But how you doing? Yeah, it's out there. I'm telling you. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm booked for today, but I am available tomorrow. And sometimes if you notice how like you'll feel certain stuff And then you go to the doctor and you'll be fine. They'll be like, well, your blood pressure may be up a little bit or whatever, but you're fine, and that's good. So I'm not telling you not to call your doctor. But I will tell you that I do believe in medical witchcraft. I've actually seen people try to throw their illnesses at me. Like a lot of people, I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes it ain't good to go out and be like, I'm healthy as a horse. People like, oh, really? Let me get that. Let me get that. They'll do it. They will do it to you. And you got to protect yourself. That's one of the reasons why working with King Solomon, okay, or using one of his amulets. Now, I have been not wearing amulet. I haven't been wearing any amulets lately, but I think I am today because you never know what energies and spirits is working against us right now, and so you know that's pretty much what that's about. I've seen people get sick because of that. More than likely, there's a lot of people that don't listen, but um, it's it's one of those things. It's like that forbidden knowledge. The Native Americans and stuff. They knew all this stuff back in the day. You know, so I'm guessing, and I'm not sure that the medical industry wants to make everybody a patient on some level, which is very unfair. And so for me, that's why I make sure that I keep a good eye on that. But yeah, if you look up and you read about Lughnashdsa, that is what it is about. It is about health. So a lot of y'all that woke up, and please don't blame it on Jamila. I have the right to defend myself. That's just what it is. If I'm being attacked, but I also know how to heal myself. I do healings. Honestly, through the whole COVID thing, I've been doing healings at least every 3 months and taking healing baths, like a lot, because it's a lot of shit out there, a lot of negative spirits, and it is important to move it out of your house. And it's weird, but it's one of those things to where if you are aware of it, you don't have to sit and obsess over it, but just do what you got to do to protect yourself, which those things, medical witchcraft, can be reversed. It's a having a medical problem is a curse, can be reversed just like a curse. In fact, that's how curses manifest, is when you just up all of a sudden you start having health problems. You're like, what the hell? We're living in a time with a lot of death and destruction, and you got to be careful out here. So, put up your armor, put up your protection for that. I know that there's quite a few people in my circle, and basically the circle works for itself. It's just like that. You know, we ask for health, wealth, abundance, good luck, protection, and then we give the spirits a huge offering, and they're going to give that back to us. Okay. They're going to give us what we asked for. So, funny thing happened though. I ate an apple the other day and I kind of got sick off of it. I wouldn't eat any food without consecrating it though. I think that's the thing. I think if you're going to eat an apple, because apples have an amazing magical healing property, but then especially being that it's a GMO apple, I need to start eating all organic for real. Um, but you can even still consecrate GMO food. You can consecrate it and put life into it. So that's probably why, because I did it as a part of a ritual, but the one thing that I didn't do was I did not consecrate the apple actually, but it's all good. But yeah, a lot of the health problems do start in your gut also, so it's important to take probiotics. Very important to get the good gut bacteria going. But medical witchcraft is a thing. It's a thing. I know for a fact that sometimes, and you know what, it depends on that person's intent. I have family members that get sick, and when I talk to them, I don't feel sick after I talk to them. If you're somebody that's going through some kind of sickness and I feel sick after I talk to you, either you weren't aware of how to protect me, or you're not aware of how to protect yourself, or it was intentional. Now, for me, I don't like to feel sick. I don't like to feel pressed. I don't like to feel any of that. You know what I'm saying? So, I know when something is up, and I'd be careful with people like that. I'd be careful with them because I've been catching people do that for quite some time now. And it's equivalent to the zombie apocalypse. It's equivalent to that, because what does a zombie do? A zombie bites you so that you can be sick as they are. That's basically what zombies are symbolic of. The only thing is that I guess as humans we're meant to die, but people's life, have y'all noticed how the life expectancy has went down a whole lot? It's rare to see somebody live to be even in their 80s or 90s these days, and something is up with that. So, I plan to live until I'm at least 250 years old. I don't know if any of y'all plan on going there with me, but anyway, it's a little joke that I tell, but I think that, I believe that that is what's going on a lot. And there's certain things that you can do to heal yourself. There's a lot of different things you can do to heal yourself. The number one way that humans heal themselves is through sexual intercourse. Guess what? They told you was going to get AIDS if you have sex. So that's like, what do you do? What are human beings supposed to do? I'd say you start to think for yourself, and what you think is what you're going to manifest within your body. I will be so old, my family will be shocked. I know that's right, Kissy Cat. I'm the same way. I am the same way. Yeah. No one in your family lived past 60? Wow. Wow. I know that on my father's side of the family, my great grandmother, she lived until she was 87. Guess what? She'd have been a controversy because her doctor told her that she had an enlarged heart. He gave her medication. She never took it, and she lived to be 87 years old. 87 is pretty good. She had the shakes a lot, but a lot of the older people in our family, you can't tell them, hey, you got a curse on you. You know what I noticed? I'm gonna tell y'all something. The only thing that makes me a little jealous, the only thing, and I'm talking about a little jealous, are families that understand witchcraft. If you have a family that understands witchcraft and they all in it, and it's not in a negative way to where they're sacrificing people and stuff, because we're not supposed to sacrifice people. The animals are here for sacrifice. I don't know what's up with that, but when you see families of witches and they're positive and they're either hedge witches or kitchen witches, and you know. It's a very, very good thing. That's the only time I can ever be a twinge of jealous is when I see, because a lot of times when you are a witch has what? Wisdom. A witch has knowledge, and the witch is actually practicing that knowledge. That is what a witch is. And so when you see everybody else that are not doing that and they're doing something, they're doing what everybody else is doing. I mean, this is the reason why it's causing separation of families. You know, people staying away from their family because they don't want to deal with, you know, that type of ignorance. But yeah, so that's the only time. And the reason why I bring that up is because I have seen people that literally stay healthy. They die of natural causes. You're supposed to die of natural causes. You know, even if death is inevitable for you, you're not supposed to die sick. A lot of these people dying sick. Why are they dying sick though? What's the dealio? Why? Why are, most people dying sick? Like, and these are questions that you can't necessarily ask a doctor or a nurse because that's how they make their money. In fact, a doctor more than likely is not going to cure you, but rather he is going to keep you alive to keep the money coming to him. Excuse me, y'all, which is sad. I'm belching. It's sad. It is, and I don't agree with it. And so that was one of the reasons why my auntie, she was like, you are not going, she said, you are too sensitive, you are empathic, you don't need to be working around no sick people because you'll probably get sick yourself. So, and she was right. She knew me before I knew myself because I didn't ever think anything of it. Like, I didn't think that she was trying to, other people would probably think, oh, she trying to discourage me and I'm going to do this and she hating. No, my auntie told me that for my own good. And a lot of y'all that went into the medical industry now, a lot of people are leaving the medical industry because they don't want to get that jab. Heart disease, prostate cancer. What? You had an aunt that's 121, but I know she was older than that. Yeah. Oh, well, that's good, Kissy Cat. That's good. See, I know that's right. The cure is a lot of different things, but you'd be surprised that I want to tell y'all something, but I know this is going to be controversial, but do you know that some women, not all women, did you know that some women have healing properties in their menstrual blood? I'm talking about specifically menstrual blood. Your menstrual blood does have your blood type in it. It is different. It's mixed with different things, but it is the elixir of life. Believe it or not. I'm sorry about your father. CHF. What's CHF? Is that cancer? See, I don't, y'all, I don't, you know what? I don't even go and read about medical symptoms. I don't do that. I don't go and say, why am I having this right here? Cause you probably end up having about 50 foreign illnesses by the time you done. And at the end of the day, I'm just not gonna do it. Oh, congestive heart failure. Okay. No, actually, if you haven't had a cycle and you still have your uterus, that means that you are retaining your blood. So your blood is still in your body. But it is normal for a woman to have a period. Um, that's actually, that has been argued though. Dr. Delbert Blair stated that women were not supposed to have periods, that we were losing a lot of our vital energy through our periods. And so some people believe that. Um, I believe that your period says a lot about what's going on in your body. If you have like a particular heavy period that's like a massacre, like like it's like, damn, what the hell is going on in my uterus? Like it's heavy and just bright red, that, or if it's dark blood, that can mean that your body is doing something, your body's getting rid of something. So women are very lucky to have that. Women are actually we're at an advantage because of periods. Because a lot of the stuff that goes in our body comes out within our period. That's why women should be protected, but they're doing the gender fluidity thing, so I think men should be protected too, though. I'm not saying that men are not important, but they're different. They are different. Men are different. So, but a lot of people feel that health comes from going to the doctor. So you know what kind of folk we dealing with. They feel like if you go to the doctor, that means you're healthy. I thought that was the opposite. I thought that if you were always at the doctor, that something ain't right. I don't know. I'd like to get back to when times were much more uh, natural, simple times. We're definitely not living in simple times. I mean, we are living in the new age, and trust me, I don't like it. I enjoy the technology, some of it, but some of it I don't. So make sure y'all got y'all protection up, especially today. Okay. Now, this is a secret that people don't want me to reveal, but my people gonna know. The way you can, you be out there, walking and active and stuff, you're not supposed to, you're not supposed to have bad knees in your 30s. I mean, shit, what's going on? You have hypothyroidism? Okay. Yeah, there's several herbs that will help with that. Cinnamon is one of them. What I can think off the top of my head is cinnamon will help that. You can actually make a cinnamon salve, and put it over your throat too. It'll help with that. But there's other herbs that you'll want to focus on too. But that's if you're, a lot of people are not into the natural medicines, which they do work. Just to let y'all know, it's okay for me to tell y'all that the herbal treatments work too. In fact, they may heal you all together. Just saying. Yeah, it's underactive. I know. I agree. I totally agree. But see, here's the thing. Some people need the updated stuff, because it's some people that they manifest in this life with a lot of health problems, or they may come in perfectly healthy, but then certain things that they do. Um, hey, dark goddess. You need some devil's claw. Devil's claw will help you with your knees. Have you ever tried it? A lot of people probably wouldn't try it because it's called devil's claw. I have it in the powder and the herb. I prefer to use the powder. It seems to be better that way. But I noticed that, anytime I start feeling any type of way, I gather up my herbs and I get myself in that tub, or either I take the herbal remedies. You can drink them as a tea, or either in bathing in them is especially important. You know, so I think that you have to really believe in what you're doing. That's just like all these frequencies that people use. People use frequencies for arthritis, they use it for high blood pressure. If you don't believe that that frequency is going to lower your blood pressure, then it's not going to do it. And then I think that blood pressure within itself fluctuates depending on the spiritual situation that's happening. Sometimes it's supposed to fluctuate. So that's just like body temperature. Some people's body temperature is warmer, some people is colder. And but yeah, just be on the watch out for that. People these days are very technical with their curses. That's just like you see people up and die of a fucking heart attack, perfectly fucking healthy. What happened? What happened with that situation? What really happened? Okay, and it's a lot of people out there at spiritual war. So I've seen people be at spiritual war and literally will just create health problems for themselves and shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's unwarranted. The unwarranted spiritual warfare. That's why you got to be the hermit. If it's certain things that you got to work out within yourself, you got to go through it yourself. You can't be codependent on people. I know that when I first got to Georgia for like the first 4 to 5 years, I was healing myself. That's why I look totally different. I ain't got no plastic surgery or nothing. I just look different because cleansing and clearing myself and healing myself. And I'm not going to say I'm the healthiest person in the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that, because if you say that, then that's when people start doing the dream walking and the sleepwalking, especially if you are in a good mood. People can feel that harmony, that peace, and that joy inside of you, and they will try to steal it. They will. That's why they said social distance. I have people that come to me with, ailments all the time. I'm hurting somewhere, I'm doing this, but I think that, some people will come to you with the intent on transferring or either switching bodies, switching spiritual bodies with you. And even that, I don't give a shit about it. I'll just switch my soul back. Like, give me that. Give me that. Take me literally probably about 2-3 seconds to do it. People be thinking they slick, but I've actually done work for people before, and it wasn't their fault necessarily that had me on my ass to where I just have to rest for a couple of days. I don't really like taking cases like that but I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not afraid. I have trust in my spirits, but it's this country poisoning up, yeah, with processed food, spraying pesticides. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. But if they didn't put that chlorine in the water sometimes, It may be all kind of diseases in that water. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I get what you're saying. It's totally, it's crazy, and I feel like living as natural as possible is good. You know, it is, as far as with being connected with nature. You know, maybe growing your own stuff, having your own chickens, having your own cows, but I think it was Obama that messed that up, didn't he? Oh, they can't stand Obama. Obama is like very hated. Didn't Obama mess with the farmers and stuff? I think Obama did something involving that. So they get into office and the first thing is Agenda 2021. So you make it through 2021, you very lucky, because this is the year of the Agenda 21. But what came with that was the spiritual healer. Uh, that's what came with that, was the spiritual healers, plural. That's counteracting that. But I mean, and so that, you know, it's very sad, hearing about a bunch of people dying around you and stuff. I know last night was really emotional for me as far as with losing my mother, because I feel like I could have saved her. I could have helped her, but you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So, yeah, very sad stuff. But I'm wishing all of y'all good luck and prosperity and blessings today. Happy Lughnashdsa to y'all. I think I'm going to take a nap. Is what I'm going to do, because I was up kind of late. I was cleaning, doing laundry. I cleaned up my bathroom. Like, I scrubbed my bathroom, which was needed. But now I got to go in there. I got to let those herbs dry in the tub and vacuum them out and clean out the tub. But, you know, well, one thing that you got to do is you have to deal with people that have a positive intent. So it is kind of bad. Like, I know that my energy was kind of bad last week. Um, but all in all, I don't have an intent to hurt people. And so that's why I don't hang around people that just want to hurt people, so you got to figure out what you're doing, what your actions are, and start getting down to the intent of some people. Because a lot of people, what St. Raphael taught me years ago, is that a lot of people have the ability to self heal, but they just don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. Mm, thank you. Thank you, sweet angel. Yeah, happy Sunday to y'all. And then it's also Lughnashdsa. So I got a lot of work to do on that. And then also I got a couple of people scheduled today, but you know, typically I don't, my clients, they have to have trust. Whatever it is that your mind tells your body to do is what it's going to do. Okay. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. I will see y'all later at the Lughnashdsa unveiling, which will be later on this evening sometime. I'm not going to say when because I can't really predict that. But, I'll get everything laid out. In fact, I need to go and get the food laid out, like the non-perishable food laid out on the table for spirits so that they can, they'll feed off of that. And especially with Lughnashdsa, when you, you know how when people have an issue and they say, boy, that person was lucky. Oh, you lucky to be alive. That's got something to do with the God love too. You know how you have like those near death experiences and you be like, damn, I could have died. That's good luck. That's good spirits. So, because human frailty is a real thing, but your mind is where all your strength is at. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Love and light.